Word endings carry a lot of grammatical information for your listeners. The endings of ing and ed are particularly important to Native American English speakers. In English, we place a lot of importance on the timeline. So if you leave off either ed or ing, we often go back over your sentence in our head, trying to figure out the order of the events you are talking about. For example, if you meant to say, I walked to the store, but instead say, I walk to the store, we may be thinking, is she going to the store now, or did she already walk to the store? Meanwhile, you've moved on to the next thought while we're still thinking about when the trip to the store took place. You run the risk of your listener missing the more important part of your message. In this video, we are going to focus on the ed ending. One reason ed and other word endings are left off is because of timing. In American English, we don't always produce the entire ed sound. Listen to these examples. Cried, walked, chatted. In the first example, I produced just the D sound, cried. In the second, I produced the T sound, walked. And finally, in the last example, I say the full ED sound, chatted. Even with the quick and quiet T sound at the end of walk, walked makes a big difference in perception and ability to follow your stories or sentence timelines. Listen again. Walk, walked. How do you know when to add the T, the D, or the full ED sound? Here are the simple rules. If the verb ends in a T or a D, then you say the full ED. For example, waited, added, needed. If the word ends in a voice sound other than D, you produce the ED as D. For example, cried, grabbed, moved, viewed. Voice sounds include all vowels B, D, Z, G, and V. If the verb ends in a voiceless sound other than T, then produce ED as T. For example, walked, passed, kissed, laughed. Voiceless sounds include P, T, S, K, F, and TH. If you need more information on the differences on the voiced and voiceless sounds and how to identify them, please watch the video called Don't Leave Off the Final Sound. You can find that video on my website, www.accentmaster.com. It's available for free there. Listen to the following paragraph and identify which production of ED is being used. Last week we visited Washington, D.C. We traveled by car and stayed at the Waldorf. We dined in some fine restaurants and enjoyed visiting monuments. When we entered the White House, we were impressed by its understated beauty. My husband liked the Smithsonian the best, as he is a scientist at heart. We walked through Alexandria, a beautiful suburb of Washington, D.C., and loved all of their beautiful stores and cafes. We wanted to stay longer, but alas did not. We returned home well rested and pleased. This brings us to the end of our ED video. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you for watching.